I'm a professional writer, and here's my hot, maybe gonna get me canceled take about writing. There is no such thing as writer's block. There is no such thing as writer's block. Okay. So let me explain. Writer's block happens when you do not do the upfront work first. All of that stuff about people being like, I don't know where the story's going, I don't know this. None of that is real. The only reason that you've gotten yourself in that situation is you started writing your book or your short story or your movie or your pilot too early. You did not do the basic foundational work, which is the ideation, which is finding out who your character is, why they're doing what they are doing, and what they will do to get it. Usually it's anything. But if you know that character's goal and you know what they will be willing to do to get it, then you know what happens next. Thus, there's no way you can say, I don't know who this character is going to go. I don't know if they should open door A or door B. You know that, oh, that character is looking for her long lost sister. So she's not going to turn around. She's going to go through that door even if it leads to the portals of hell because she's looking for her lost sister. There you go. There's your next scene. There's your next chapter. She goes into the portals of hell because what wouldn't she do in this fictional thing that I just made up? So what I see this kind of being a symptom of is what I was talking about in my last video of just pantsing things. Like, just seat of your pants, you're going, and you just start writing a bunch of stuff because that's the fun stuff. And then you don't want to do the hard work, and then you're sitting here being like, oh, but why can't I finish my thing? It's like, no, you should have finished it in the beginning. I don't write anything unless it's finished in my brain and written down on a piece of paper, because otherwise you're just writing for suffering or for funsies or for wasting time until you die, which is fine. That's cool. But if you want to be a professional writer, so no professional writer writes without it being done. So if you want to be a professional writer, you've got to write your stuff the way that the professionals do. So Scandal noted about J.K. Rowling, Trans Lives Matter, but that girl has everything done. Any person that you see who has an episode on television, not only is that thing meticulously broken down before a word is typed into final draft, but they have the entire season mapped out too. So if you're not writing like a professional is writing, how are you thinking that you're just gonna stumble upon a writing career? It doesn't sound. So I think that what I'd love is this language needs to start happening more. And it took me a really long time to learn this. And I can only say this with authority because this is how I used to write. Because I love ideas, I love stories, I love imagination and fantasy. And I thought that's what all writing was. So I was lost in this little girl, Alice in Wonderland fantasy world about it. And then I finally realized, I'm no, it's tough. It's organizing. You have to be good on spreadsheets. You have to make sure that things make sense, and that all of those things, all of those doorways that you don't know where the character is, you already solved that.